Actually, what is the period of sine theta?
0 to 360.
Period of sine theta was, so sine theta is equal to 0.66784. For getting this value, we have to calculate theta equal to sine inverse of 0.6784. 0.6784. Or else using the graph also, we will calculate this value. We know that sine graph will be from which values it was passing on. 0, pi by 2, pi, and 3 pi by 2, and take the last value as 2 pi. Okay. And the graph was looking like at 90, the graph is attaining, sine graph is attaining +1. And at the same time, for pi it is 0. And same time at 3 pi by 2, it is -1. And same time, if it was 2 pi, it is 0. Okay, this is the graph what we are drawing from 0 to 2 pi. Okay, this is the graph of sine theta graph between 0 to 2 pi. Now, what this value? Say this is y1. Y1 is sine theta and y2 was 0.6784. This 0.6784, for example, if you draw this line like this, so this line is called y equal to 0.6784. Actually, I said this is y2. This is y2. And the graph will be y1, where this entire graph is showing sine theta. Okay. And this value. So, and identify the locations where these two meet. So where these two meet, identify those locations. Those particular x's are our present solutions. Actually, how many they are? They are 2. So one is more than 0, you can observe from the graph, and the other one is below pi. Below pi, okay? So why it was like that? Why it was why that value cannot exist from the below of x-axis? Why it was not below
It's
of
negative.
x-axis? It's not negative. If you move to below of x-axis, it should be negative. No, all these values are negatives, right? But it was not negative. It was always. It is always positive value, right? So that's why it should be above the x-axis, and the curve sine theta and this value line 0.6784 cuts at 2 different points. And now we are going to calculate that particular axis for that particular point of intersection of those two values. Okay. So to get
Yeah.
that value, you have to calculate this value. That means you need to use your calci to calculate sine inverse 0. Okay, it's showing 42.7187. Copy this information. 42.71. Write down theta equal to 42.71 degrees, comma, you have one more value. Look at here. One more value, which is below the pi value, right? Actually, this is pi value. It is below value of that pi. So write down pi minus 42.71. So therefore theta equal to 42.71 minus pi means how much? 180 minus 42.71. You can calculate this value 42.71 comma. So take this is a rough work. So we are going to subtract 180 degrees 0.00 and 42.71. So this will be 9, this will be 2. And how much is it? This is again 7 and this is 3. 137, 137.29. So these are the required answers for this question. Understood?
Yeah.
Okay. Similarly, solve it for same pattern. Tan theta equal to -1. Tan theta equal to -1. If tan theta equal to -1, and we know that the graph also. So take a little bit graph. The graph is, you have to show that graph between 0 to what? Between 0 to 2 pi. Okay. So this is 2 pi. So every 90, you know that there will be a vertical line, and the tan theta is infinity at these lines. Okay, from 0 onwards, no. So the graph is looking like this. Okay, and from 90, it was from down, and pi was 0, and at 3 pi by 2, it was going up. Okay. And again from down it starts, and at 2 pi it was 0. So make this the graph showing like this. And where is -1? So say this is y1 and this is y2. Okay. So y1 already it was drawn where y equal to tan theta. That is the graph it was shown to you. So I will select one more color to draw the graph, to draw the second value. Second value it shows -1. Where it was? -1 was like this. This is y equal to -1 because it is below the origin, right? Downward of x-axis. It cuts the graph into two particular points. You can observe these points in the graph. Okay, it was a minus line. Okay, so 2 point of intersections we are having here. Fine.
Yeah.
The first one will be below 180 pi. Look at this pi. It was below 180, and the other one is below 2 pi. Why I said below? Because it was lies in the point of intersection lies in the left hand side of pi, and also in this point of intersection, that particular axis lies in the left hand side of 2 pi. So what you have to do is just write down. Tell me one thing where you will get tan theta equal to 1, and forget that minus and everything. Okay. So write down tan theta equal to, when you will get 1 as a value of
45.
tan pi by 4, or tan 45. You can also say tan 45 is 1. Okay. Understood? Sin 45 how much? Sin 45 1 by root 2. Cos 45 is also 1 by root 2. So tan 45 is 1. Both are same now. So they got cancelled and you will get a 1. Understood?
Yeah.
Okay. Therefore, it was tan theta was now minus tan pi by 4. So to remove this minus from this expression, what you will do is you have to write pi minus pi by 4. Why pi minus pi by 4? Clearly it tells to you this minus, where tan theta minus, it lies in the second quadrant. So in second quadrant, we know that it was pi minus theta, right? And also make it comma, and also you will have negative where you have tan negatives in the second quadrant. And the other one in the fourth quadrant
Oh,
also you are having negative tan, right? So write down fourth quadrant means 2 pi minus theta. 2 pi. So theta is how much here? For getting 1, you should write pi by 4. Understood? So therefore, theta will be pi minus pi by 4 one value, and 2 pi minus pi by 4 another value. You will get this representation here clearly. Look at this pi value, and it is below that value. So pi minus pi by 4 is the first value, and second value is below 2 pi. So that's why it is 2 pi minus pi by 4. Understood? So now do
yeah.
it LCM and get that value. So 4 is the LCM. 4 pi minus pi. Okay. And here if you do LCM, 4 is the LCM. 4 2s are 8 pi minus pi. So therefore theta is equal to how much? 3 pi by 4. And this is 7 pi by 4. So these are the answer. If you want the numerical value, then replace pi by 4 with 45 degrees. Replace pi by 4 with 45 degrees. And get by multiplying with 3, we'll get that particular degrees. 345 is how much? 135 degrees is the one value. 745 is how much? 7 5s are 35. 7 4s are 28. 28 and 3 and 31. 315 degrees. Okay. So these are also answers. Either you can say 3 pi by 4 comma 7 pi by 4, or you can also say 135 degrees and 315 degrees. Understood?
Yeah.
Okay. Now try this question also. Putting cos theta is equal to root 3 by 2. Cos theta is equal to root 3 by 2. So between the values of 0 comma 2 pi, you have to get this value. Clearly tell me one thing, that when do you will get cos theta value as root 3 by 2 in cos s?
30.
30 degrees. 30 degrees is represented with pi by 6, or also you can write directly by writing 30 degrees. So make a simple graph to know the how many values is exist. And the graph will be from 0 to 2 pi. And write down the between values also, like random values pi by 2. Randomly you can take these values 90, 180, and 3 pi by 2, and 2 pi also. Okay. And cos, you know, cos 0 was 1. Cos 0 was 1. So that's why the graph will start from here. And cos 90 0. And cos pi is minus 1. Cos pi is minus 1. And cos 3 pi by 2 is 0. And cos 2 pi is plus 1. So this is the graph actually. And root 3 by 2 means, is it a positive or negative? Root 3 by 2. Root 3 by
Positive.
2. Root 3 means how much? Root 3 is
1.7.
1.7.
732.
732. Yeah. 732 by 2. That means approximately 0.866 something. Okay. That means it's a positive value. So you can draw a line which is close to 0 like this. So how many point of intersections you are having here?
2.
2 point of intersections. The first point of intersection will be here, and the second one is here. So therefore, the coordinates are the first value lies between 0 below 90, and the second value lies between in the below 360. Below 360 means maybe the fourth quadrant. Okay, below 360 is fourth quadrant. So the one value will be direct value, and the other value will be, you have to write 2 pi minus that particular value. So write down cos theta equal to cos 30 degrees and cos of 2 pi minus pi by 6. Or you can also write cos 30 degrees or cos 360, 2 pi means 360, minus 30 degrees. That is 330. Therefore, theta is equal to either 30 degrees or 330 degrees, or you can also write pi by 6. How much is this? 2 pi minus pi by 6.
11 pi by 6.
Yes, 11 pi by 6. So this is the answer for this question. Because why it was like that? Because the graphs are periodically moving on. So that's why it has so many values. But particularly from 0 to 2 pi, we have two values. Got it?
Yeah.
Next, example 15. Use the graphs above to solve sin theta equal to 1, cos theta equal to minus 1, and tan theta equal to 0 from 0 to 2 pi. Do this question as I shown in the present. Actually, he is not asking to show the graph also, but I showed this using the graph method also, how to solve these questions. Again, in this question, he is particularly asking that to show in the graph also, in the interval of 0, comma 2 pi. So take the first question, sin theta equal to 1. Okay, so write down example 15. Sin theta equal to 1. Again, draw a random graph between 0 to 2 pi. So pi by 2, this is pi, this is 3 pi by 2, and this is 2 pi. And sine graph, you know, it lies between +1 and -1. Sine 0, 0, sine 91, sine pi 0, after sine pi, sine 3 pi by 2 -1, after that 0. And what this is y1, and you draw, I draw this graph y1. y1 is equal to sine theta. Okay. And what is y2? y2 is 1. y2 is 1 means, you know, it is that this value. This is y2 itself 1. Okay, understood? This line is y2. So both of these intersect at a particular one point. The point is this one. So we have only one value here. Okay, not too many. Between the interval of 0 to 2 pi, we are having only one value to the coincident. Okay. So write down the same. So write down the same that sin theta equal to, write down sin 90, or sin theta is equal to, you can also write sin pi by 2. Therefore, theta is equal to pi by 2 is the only answer in the entire interval from 0 to pi by 2, and that value will be shown in the graph also. Understood?
Yeah.
Okay. The sine graph is always looking like the same in any problem. It's not changing its that curvature. Next, cos theta equal to -1. Cos theta equal to -1, take the random graph. So again, write down 0, pi by 2, and this is pi, and this is 3 pi by 2, and this is 2 pi. Tell me how much. First we will draw cos theta graph. Later, we will identify this y1 and y2. This is y1, this is y2. So cos 0 is how much? Map the 1 and -1 on y-axis. Okay. Yeah. Next. Yeah. Okay. So what is cos 0? Cos 0 was 1.
1.
Cos 90, 0. Cos pi is -1. Cos 3 pi by 2 is 0. Cos 2 pi is +1. Okay. Smoothly join these graphs like this. Okay. This is the graph of y1, which shows that cos theta. Next, y2 means -1. Where that line will be? -1. Where is that line? -1.
Down.
Yes, downside. Yes, correct. Downside. Let's choose one dark color. Yeah, this one, -1. This line is, say, y2 equal to -1. Okay, this is also touching only at one point. Okay. So that's why. So take cos theta equal to -1, and it attains at what value? At this point, no? At this particular value, no?
Yeah.
Is attaining that value. So write down cos pi. Cos pi. So therefore, theta equal to pi. This is the only solution that we are having from the graph. Understood?
Yes.
Next, tan theta equal to 0. Write down tan theta equal to 0. Okay, fine. Take the graph. So 0 and pi by 2, pi, 3 pi by 2, and 2 pi. And therefore, draw the 90 lines. And 3 pi by 2, this line. Okay, for especially tan only, you have to draw this kind of lines. And next what we do is, tan 0 is 0. And tan 45, 1, and it is approaching upward along with this pi by 2 line. And start from here, from downside, and tan pi is 0, and draw like this. Okay. And again, start from the downside, and tan 2 pi is 0. Tan 2 pi is 0. Now, what we want? We want this value. What's that value? That value will be 0. So where is 0? It is nothing but the x-axis. Okay. So map the lines. So y equal to tan theta. y1 equal to tan theta, say y1, and this is y2. y2 is nothing but 0, which is x-axis. So can you figure it out how many points it touches the graph? So here 1,
3.
yeah, 2, and again this point 3. At 3 different points we are having the same. So write down tan theta.
0.25.
Yeah, yes. So tan 0, 0, and also we have tan pi. Okay. Also we are having tan 2 pi. Okay. So this point, and this point, the graph and this line intersect each other. Therefore, write down theta equal to 0 degrees, pi degrees, and 2 pi degrees. So this is the answer for this question. Okay.
Yeah.
So that's done. And next, arc length. Arc length is measured. So what is arc length? Arc length means, look at this. Look at this. This part. This part is called arc length. Let O be the center of the circle. Center of the circle, and R be the radius. This is also radius. Okay. Both are radius. And take some theta angle which was measured in radians. So first, this is initial line. OA is initial line. Okay. OA is initial line. So that randomly you can draw that OA line. From there, make some theta angle and point out some point which is B on the circle, and join OB, and that AB is called arc length. What that AB is called arc length, and it will be measured the following formula. So length of arc L. So this is L. Length of arc L. Actually, we want this, and this with circumference. Circumference means, circle circumference were how much? 2 pi r. So having the same ratio with the angle and the entire. So look at this. This theta is a part of entire 2 pi, right? So this theta made by the L circumference, and 2 pi is covered from the entire 2 pi r. Ratio. Theta was a part of entire 2 pi. So theta by 2 pi equal to theta created this length of arc length L, and this L is a part in the entire circumference of a circle 2 pi r. Understood? So that's
Yeah.
why the ratio will be same. So theta by 2 pi equal to L by 2 pi r. So now if you